Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to week 6 of living in my new house. Every single time I say the week, I just always think to myself, how has it been like so little time, I guess? I know I start every video the same. I'm just like, how are we on week 6? Like, I feel like I've lived here forever, but we haven't. I've lived here for just 6 weeks, and there's been so much change and so much has happened. So much has happened this week as well, and I just can't wait to like share with you guys like what I've got planned for the next few days. On my last video, a lot of you had so much to say about the sofa saga, and I am so grateful for all of your lovely feedback and ideas. So many of you were like, go for the DFS sofa. It's a really good purchase. Like, they last a long time, etc., etc. And then other people were like, don't go for DFS. DFS is terrible, blah, blah, blah. And I am still none the wiser. So I'm taking advice from the people who said, just wait. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think, like so many people said, you know, you've only lived here a short time, which is true. I have only lived here for 6 weeks, and you're like, I'm making a lot of decisions, and I think you guys are absolutely correct in that. I am making decisions like quickly, not necessarily making the wrong decisions, but maybe like bigger decisions like a sofa can wait, you know, a few months, especially as like I have a sofa and it's a really good sofa. So I am just going to wait a bit. I think I am, however, still probably leaning more towards getting the one from IKEA, the hilltop, only because lots of people did message me to say that they have that sofa or know someone who has that sofa, and it's just really good quality and does last a lot longer than people seem to think IKEA will. So yeah, I have kind of probably leaned towards that. And also the fact with that sofa, I just love that you can like get 2 sets of covers and you can take the covers off and wash them. Like, that is what I need, let's be honest. Like, with my kids and my dog and a cat and myself, we need something that I can clean easily. Quick sip of coffee. Anyway, I need that. I had such a stressful morning today. I was trying to get Freya ready for school. So let me just give you a quick recap of what's happened this week. So yesterday, Olivia went on her first school residential. It's a like 2-night stay at this sort of like outdoor place near where we live. And I'm not happy about it because I don't like that she's like gone away somewhere and I can't contact her. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous and I know it's all good for her and it's making me sound really selfish and self-centered, but you know, when you like, when she's at her dad's, or if she like stays overnight at grandparents, which is very rare, but if she does, I can like contact her on her iPad. But with this, I cannot reach her, and the school are not giving like any updates on how they're getting on either. And it literally just breaks my heart to think of my baby. I mean, she's 9, but to think of my baby like trying to sort herself out. Like, anyone who knows Olivia will know that Olivia is like the laziest child on the planet. And she, you know, is just very slack with things, bless her. And I have to like help her in the morning, not get dressed, but just like give her like an oomph to like get things done. And I'm sure that's so true for so many other parents, but I fear like her being like there, getting herself ready, not knowing what she's gonna wear, remembering that she's put socks on, or even remembering that she's put knickers on. Like, honestly, I don't know. I think I just need to parent her better. But I just don't like it. So anyway, that leads to kind of like then the problems with Freya. So Freya is 4, and in her whole life, she has never had a night away from her sister. So her sister is like either with me here with her, or when she goes to like her dad's, her sister is here. Olivia doesn't really stay out for sleepovers very often. Like normally people come here and things like that. So to be kind of like away from her sister, I think she's finding it really tough. Like when I picked her up from school yesterday, she was just really quiet in the car. I mean, she was excited to start with because she was like, oh, we've got no ear. Like she calls it ear. She's like, we've got no ear today. She's like, it's just Mummy and Freya day. I was like, yeah, it is Mummy and Freya. How exciting. And so we like went to the park and we went to the shop, and I got her like a new toy to like play with. Like she had some birthday money. So she was really excited. And then I think like the reality of coming home, she then realized that like her sister wasn't here. And yeah, it's just like this morning she woke up and you could just tell she was really sad, and was just really missing her sister, which is totally understandable. I mean, I miss my sister, and I'm older, and when my sister comes around, I always feel so much happier. But yeah, it's just a little bit sad this morning to see her upset, and like especially last night, she cried last night because she missed her sister, and she was like, I didn't get a good night kiss from Ear, and I was like, I know, but she'll be back soon. And actually, like she's back tomorrow or Friday, and on that day, Freya is at nursery all day, and then their dad is picking them up from school. And so then she gets a nice bank holiday weekend reunited with her sister. And actually the children are going to be at their dad's until Sunday. So I'm not actually seeing Olivia from Wednesday through to Sunday. And again, that's like kind of almost like the longest time I've been away from her, other than when she went on holiday last year with her dad. And yeah, it just makes me feel a bit sad. Like I miss her, but hopefully tomorrow I can actually like give her a call and find out if she got the top bunk bed, because that was the biggest saga, was like, is she gonna get the top bunk? But yeah, with the bank holiday weekend, another quick sip of coffee. This is the first time in a long time that I've had like a long weekend. Like just recently, we've been splitting weekends, like co-parenting, and this is like the first weekend that I've had like a full like 2 days actually, and the Friday as well. So I got Friday through to Sunday on my own. And I know it sounds really ridiculous because it's like finally you get to like, I know most people are like, oh, you get to have a break. And it's like, yeah, it's lovely that I get to have a break, but like, don't get me wrong, I'd rather kind of be with my kids. Like I really enjoy their company, and I really enjoy like doing things with them. So yeah, I'm gonna make Monday really special with the bank holiday, but it does mean that I've got lots of free time to myself. And I need to work out what I'm going to do with it, to be honest with you. Because at the moment, I don't have the foggiest idea. I've literally made no plans, like none at all, because all my friends and family are busy. Like my friends in particular, like, you know, they've all got their own children, they've all got their husbands, and they're busy with them, which, you know, I can't blame them. Like, it would be lovely to have people to do things with this weekend. So yeah, I'm just going to try and find something to fill my time. I do think my sister's around this weekend, so we briefly spoke about going for a bike ride on Saturday, which will be very, very nice. But yeah, other than that, I have no plans. So one thing that I have been thinking about doing, and something that I honestly haven't done for a really, really long time, is do some crafting. Now, I haven't done it for a long time, but I do really enjoy it. Like, I love crafts. So I've seen like a piece of art that I would like to try and recreate. And I've ordered all the bits for it, and well, I've actually got them all already, but I'm going to spend my Saturday night and probably my Friday night making this piece of art. And I will share it with you guys. I'll probably try and vlog right up to the very last point before posting this video. So I will share it with you guys. I'll share like the beginning process and talk you through it. But yeah, I'm quite excited to do that, which will be, you know, it's something different, isn't it? It's something different. Anyway, I'm just going to put on the rest of my mascara and then take the dog out for a walk before it gets too hot, because the weather here in the UK is absolutely glorious at the moment. It is so lovely. So yeah, I'm just going to finish getting kind of like ready, camera ready, shall we say, because sometimes I watch back and I think, oh my gosh, I look so exhausted. So get myself camera ready, then I'm gonna take the dog for a walk while it's not too hot, like I said, and then I need to show you guys the finished decking and all the furniture, because it looks amazing and I can't wait to share it with you. I've also got some other bits that I need to add to the garden today. Like I'm gonna try and make a makeshift water feature, but I'll talk you through that as well. And I also need to share with you the kind of layout going on behind me from all the recommendations in my previous video. So we've got lots to do, and I am already 12 minutes into waffling. I know so many of you were like, I love these longer videos. It's like, and I agree, I love these longer videos, but some people don't. No, actually I think everyone does. You either love them or you hate them, but I particularly do like a long vlog. I like seeing what people are up to and following their lives. It's like watching a kind of like an episode of something, which is really fun. So I am now camera ready, and I'm just gonna put on some trainers quickly and go for a walk, and I'm gonna take you guys with me on this walk because I keep promising you this, and I just really want to show you what it's like outside my house and like the gorgeous walks that I get to take the dog on, because they are glorious. So let me just go and get ready, and then I'll see you on the other side walking the dog. So this is like our little morning walk route. We just sort of walk down to the end of the road and then back again. It's about 30 minutes. And it's just absolutely glorious. Like, I love this route. Whenever the sun is shining, I just honestly think to myself how lucky and how grateful I am to like live where I live, and how amazing life actually is. Like how fortunate I am and all these things. Like, I don't know what it is about the sun and like listening to the birds tweet and just like walking my dog but that's how it makes me feel. Like, I put on some really good music. I put on my playlist. If you haven't downloaded my playlist, I put on like my Get Over Him playlist. I have a new playlist now as well called like Thriving and it just makes me feel so happy. Like, can you hear the bird song? Like, it's just absolutely beautiful. There's also some stunning houses down here too, which I love looking at. There's animals, like there's horses in the fields and cows, and like it's just lovely. Like, who could be unhappy doing this walk? Like, I'm just, yeah, just so grateful. I have legs that work, good health, a beautiful home, my gorgeous children. Like, yeah, as I do this walk every single time, I just think how incredibly lucky I am. All that manifesting really paid off. And yeah, it's just beautiful. I think we have so much in our lives that sometimes, like so much going on in our lives, that sometimes we forget like the small things. And I know it's not always true for everybody, but for the majority of us, we have a lot to be grateful and thankful for. And really, the big things, they feel big, but don't ever let them outshine the small things. Like, take small moments in your day. Like, that's something that people have messaged me and said, you know, how did you get through like everything? And the reality is that I took the day in chunks. I took moment by moment in my day, like whether it was an hour, whether it was every 5 minutes, that's how I got through the day. And I looked at what I was grateful for in those small moments in order for me to recognize what made me happy. So yeah, if you do anything today, if you're feeling down, break your day into chunks and look at what happens in those short moments that make you happy. Those houses are my favourite, by the way. My favourite. I love them. Oh, look at it. It's so nice. I'll show you my next favourite house coming up. I think it's all part of like the same thing. But they are so beautiful down here. Listen to the birds. Oh, the sky is so blue. Phoebe's getting a bit hot. It is very warm out here today. But yeah, that's my next favourite house. How beautiful is that? I love it. I don't know, I'm whispering, they can't hear me, but yeah, so stunning. Right, we're gonna head back and then I'll show you guys the garden because it's finished and I can sit outside in this lovely weather this weekend when I don't have my kids with a glass of wine and soak it all up. She's just having the best time. Look at her. She's loving it. Right, let's get home. Okay, we are home from our walk. It was so glorious out there. Like, the sun is just such a huge motivator for me. Like, it just makes me feel so much happier. If you can hear that noise in the background, it's my robo vacuum doing its thing for the day. It's also mopping the floors because I don't know if anyone has a solution for this. And I know it sounds terrible because I never really noticed at my old house, but when Phoebe goes outside in the morning, she comes back in and her paws are so wet and so muddy from like being on the grass. And like she runs in and I always try and catch her and sometimes I fail, but sometimes I'm successful. But she like brings in loads of mud and water and it just shows up all over the floor. And I'm just like, ah. So the robo vacuum currently goes twice a day. And if I'm not doing that, it's then like the flashlight speed mop thing that I'm using because I just can't, I hate the idea of like dirty floors and especially when you can actually really see the mud. So I'm just kind of like becoming a bit OCD about keeping my floors clean. So if anyone has any solutions on how to stop my dog bringing in mud other than putting shoes on her or socks or something, can you let me know? I think it's just one of those things. I have seen, is it like Bugger Lugs do a like a paw cleaner, and I often think, well, maybe I'll just get that, but a towel is good too, and I do try and wash her feet down and stuff, but anyway, such a first world problem. So I was going to take you outside, but someone is in the car park blasting out music, so I'm not going to take you outside now. We'll go outside in a minute to go and have a look at the new decking and the new garden furniture because it is so beautiful. And yeah, there's lots of little bits that have been happening out there. But what I thought I would do in the meantime, until that person decides to turn down their music, I don't know if you can hear it. They're listening to Bruno Mars now. I'm going to just talk to you about how I've moved the furniture around. So I'm really hoping that you guys cannot hear that music outside and YouTube isn't going to get me in trouble for copyright because this isn't my fault, okay? Someone's really having a party outside in the morning. It's fine. Anyway, this is what I have decided to do temporarily this side of the room. Now, I know a lot of you were like about the sofa, and we've talked about this already. Anyway, so the toy box was here, if you remember, and I've now moved that under the window. Someone suggested putting it under the window. I was like, hadn't really thought of that. Fantastic suggestion. Thank you to that person. It looks great under there. It's perfect. And it just kind of has then meant that I've moved the sofa along, and it kind of gives you a better idea of like how the sofa looks in this space. I still do think that I definitely need a bigger sofa. I do still think that I definitely want a sofa with a chaise, because I just think that'll be a lot better for us. And the IKEA one is a lot bigger. And again, like I said before, it has washable covers. And like, if you can see the covers on my sofa right now, like there's a mark there, there's a mark there. Like the children live here, okay? Children live here, and something that's washable is going to be perfect for us. So it's on the to-do, just not in so much of a hurry now, because actually I quite like the space as it is. Like, I think it's really nice. I just think if I got some new cushions and took off that grey dog cover thing, I think it would look great, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to see how I get on for now. But I'm really enjoying this new kind of layout. I bought a little side table, this one here, from B&M, and it was £25. Let me tell you, I squealed when I saw the price. I was like, wow, because I'd been looking at ones from Dusk and they were £119, whereas this one, £25. However, they only had one when I went in there. But then yesterday, I went to B&M and I found another one. So I'm going to build that with you. £25. Honestly, such a bargain. And the shark is coming to attack me. Where are you? Oh, he's gone the other way now. I'd like to get the artwork up and just kind of see how it looks with that and see if it balances the furniture. Because someone else did say that the furniture is too big. And I think it only looks big because the sofa is so much smaller. So I think once the artwork's up, it will really like balance the room out and look a lot better. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And thank you guys for all your feedback. And if you want to if you have anything else that you think might be beneficial, if you have any more advice, please share it in the comments, because I really do appreciate it. It's just so helpful to hear other people's ideas, because I can get really caught up with my own. So I have sent the Robo vacuum back to its home because all of the noises going on with the music outside and then that going off, I was like, whoa, I feel really overstimulated. But yeah, sort of in a nutshell, I'm really grateful to you guys. You always have such insightful, help, like your comments are just so helpful. So if you have any more opinions on this, please let me know. But I think for now, I don't know how long for, but for now, I'm very happy with kind of like how this room is laid out, and I'm sort of deterred from getting a sofa and probably just want to like give it a bit more thought and see if there's anything else available. Like, there are always other options. I am sorry that I'm touching my hair because I know it really bothers people, but when you're staring at a camera and all you can see is like your hair hanging in your face, you just want to move it. Like, it's really annoying. Anyway, I apologize to those people that get annoyed by that. See, it's back again. Anyway, I am going to now build my second side table, which I'm really excited about. I'll show you how easy that is to put together. And I don't know if I said, but they also do a coffee table, which I don't want, but in case you guys were looking for a coffee table of a similar size or style, B&M do the side tables and a coffee table to match, which is brilliant. So let's build this side table and then I will show you and talk to you about some other bits. And hopefully at some point we can go out in the garden when they stop playing music. I think it's like the care home. I thought it was a car, but actually it's the care home that's over the other side of the road. I think they're having a party for the people that live there, which is really, really lovely. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but the music is just very, very loud, very loud. But I'm here for it. Who loves a good bop during the day, in the morning? Me, I do. So yeah, I'm trying not to sound like really, I don't know, like it could come across that I'm being really like negative and selfish or something. And I'm not. I'm really trying not to be or sound that way. I'm just like, it's very loud, and I want to speak to you guys and I'll get in trouble. But I just hope that they're all having a really lovely time because they deserve to have a party. It's like a care home for young adults, and it's not nice. My heart does go out to them, but I just want them to have a really good time, and I also want to get my work done and speak to you guys too. So, and I just want to show you my garden. Like, I really want to show you it. So hopefully that will end soon. I'm sure it won't go on all day, probably for like an hour, and then I can go outside and show you that. But yeah, let's build this side table, get that all set up, and then we can go and get on with the other things. So the next thing is to attach the kind of wood to go around the outside. I do apologise, I realised I was sitting in quite a funny position. This is like a tennis dress and it has shorts on underneath. So you didn't see my knickers, don't worry. But yeah, so it's Velcroed on. So there's Velcro around the bit underneath here and then there's Velcro at the bottom. And what I learned from the last one is that when you put it on, you have to put it on like really tight to make sure that it kind of goes all the way round. So if I start, I'll try and start, like find a point to start at. Like here would be quite a good spot, right? Let's go around, right. And then to make sure that you really get like best coverage, you have to pull it tight as you kind of pull it round and make sure that it's kind of sticking to the Velcro as you go. Like this. And then eventually you'll come around the front way and it should give the illusion that it goes all the way around. I'm just going to push it all in and make sure all that Velcro is nice and secure. And there we have it. Another new side table. Honestly, £25. Like, it's just such a good price for what it is. And they are, like someone said, is it sturdy when I shared it on Instagram? And I was like, actually, it kind of is. Like, it's pretty sturdy. So I'm going to put that in situ. And then I've actually decided while I'm doing this that I'm just going to take the leap and I'm going to put up those pictures above the sofa. Like, I'm just going to do it. What have I got to lose? If it goes horribly wrong, it goes horribly wrong. But I'm going to try and find a level and then put that up, get the drill out. It'll be fun. And it will just sort of give me a better idea of what's happening in here. So yeah, let's do that. Let's put this in place and then get my drill out and put the pictures up. Okay, I am absolutely terrified that this could be the worst decision. But I have got all the artwork out. And I just need to decide like where it's going to go. Okay. I think, you know, I'm happy with the position of the sofa. And I know if I get a bigger sofa, it's going to be a similar story. So I'm thinking that the artwork needs to somehow kind of like resemble something on the unit. So it's sort of central to the unit. So yeah, this could be a really bad idea. But if I do put it up, the holes are fixable. So let's just give it a go. I'm going to pop you guys in a tripod and I'll kind of do this next bit with you when I'm going to sort of work out where they're going to go. Okay? Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Okay. I am really, really nervous about this. I've got everything out and I'm just hoping that I'm making the right decision. Okay? So this is the art. It looks like this. I'll come a bit closer. I really love this art. I love the kind of like neutral grey blue tones in it. I love the dark wood. The dark wood is going to complement the dining table. And then the sort of bluey grey colour complements the kitchen. So I think they're going to work really, really well. And then because of like the brown, it means I can kind of bring like browny coloured cushions into it. But yeah, I'm really nervous. Really, really nervous. I don't want them like completely central to the sofa, but then I do. But I also know that I'm going to be changing the sofa later down the line. But then I also know I'm going to be decorating this room and I want to add some kind of like shiplap paneling behind here. Like it'll make more sense when I do it. But that's kind of my vision at the moment. So I guess if I hate it or if it's not working when I get the new sofa, it's easy. Just take it off and just put them up again. Yeah? That's the thought process that I have. So I'm thinking kind of like putting one, so it's like here, obviously on the wall, not leaning on the sofa. But one like that, just sit there nicely, thank you. So one like that, and then one the other end. I am really sorry if you can't hear me, but then one over this end of the sofa. So they're not like directly in the middle of the sofa, but are still kind of in line with the sofa. Yeah, it's gonna work. I know it's gonna work. I know I sound totally crazy and like I actually have no idea what I'm doing. That's because I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging this for the best. And I've just decided that I just don't want them on the floor anymore. Like I want them on the wall. So something along those lines. I'm gonna get my measuring tape out. I'm gonna like measure upwards, measure the back of the things. I feel like it's gonna take me so long to do, but yeah, I think it'll look nice when it's up, right? It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Okay, I went rogue and I just wanted to try and do one without the pressure of the camera watching me, because I was like, if this goes horribly wrong, I'm gonna really embarrass myself on the internet. But I've got one up, and you know something? Wait for it. It's literally dead straight. Can you see how straight that is? I'm so happy with how that looks. Like, buzzing. I will talk you through how I did it now, because now I know what I'm doing, and we'll get this next one up. However, I'm a little bit upset because when we moved, I wrapped these all up in bubble wrap and everything else, and then I just don't know what's happened, but like this bit here has got a mark. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know what it is. It's like the colour is like bled, but from where? Where has that colour like bled from? These aren't actually paintings, they're prints. So I don't have the foggiest idea what that is, but it is what it is, I guess. Right. Oh, dog behind me. Ah, sorry, Phoebe. So let's get this next one up, and then we'll have a better idea of how this is going to look. But I'm really happy, really proud of myself. $67.5. Right, it's right. It's right. Okay. Then I'm using these that I got from B&Q. They were on offer. They're like wall plug kind of self-screw things from like just to make life easier if you live in a new build, because if you live in a new build you will know that the walls are like hollow. To be fair, this house isn't too bad because it's not like a persimmon house or anything like that, but I'm not saying persimmon house is bad. I used to live in one, so I know how hollow the walls are, but they just make life a little bit easier. You don't have to drill, essentially. They're just like no drill kind of no drill ones. Anyway, I digress again. So I'm going to just screw one of those in first, and then screw this in, and then hopefully this picture is straight, because I really hope. These are the little holes that I made, and just start twisting this in. These do scare me so much, because once they're in, if you've got to take them out, they really make a mess of your wall, really bad. Right, that's one. This has already made a mess of my wall. My hands are filthy from doing this. It's just a sort of touching process of working out if it's in the right place. Right, that's one side in. I think. You in? Yeah. And on the other side. Please be right. Oh, you actually went up a lot easier than the other one. Are they straight? Oh, they're not straight! Oh no. Oh. It's okay. I'm going to work this out. So my biggest fear obviously was that it wasn't going to be straight, but the picture itself is it's dead straight. However, it's not blooming straight. Can you see the difference? How is that possible? I measured that exactly the same. Ah, So annoying. So annoying, but I'll sort that out at some point. But instead, I will sort that out, right? I'll sort it out. But doesn't it look better with the pictures up? Actually looks so much better. I really like them. They look great. They balance out the room. Suddenly the sofa doesn't look so small. But yeah, right, I've got to sort that situation out. I'll come back. I'm not going to show you guys what I do next because it's probably going to involve me crying. But I'm going to work out how I'm going to get that to go down. It's only like a centimetre. Yeah. So, what I have decided is I just took it down and I'm going to fill in the holes with some polyfiller and come back to it tomorrow. But I hope this shows everyone, because a lot of people say, like, message me or write in the comments like, your DIY skills are so good, or you really know what you're doing. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. I'm just winging it. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping it's going to turn out right. Like, I was feeling really confident. Like, I wish I'd filmed the first one being put up because I smashed it. But obviously, that's not always the case. Oh, the dog and cat are at it again. That's not always the case. I'm not great at these things at all. So yeah, but it's nothing that a bit of polyfiller can't fix. And then we just let that dry. It should dry really quick in this heat. And then I'll just come back tomorrow and have another go. I'm a little bit annoyed at myself, like I can't lie, but it is what it is, isn't it? Like part of me was thinking, oh, so I'll just edit this part out. Like I can't show myself making mistakes, but actually it's just better to be raw, right? And just show you guys that actually I just don't have a clue what I'm doing. Like I don't have a clue. I really was feeling truly quite confident. But yeah, anyway, this actually doesn't have a hole in it because I've never used it before. So I just need to go and saw this off now and then fill in the holes. Okay, I've made the wall good again, kind of, somewhat. I just need that to dry and then we can have another go. I've like really shoved it in, like you can kind of see I've really pushed that in there. I've also got one of those magic erasers and like wiped around the wall because it seemed to leave like a lot of residue behind. But do you know what? We've got one up, just one to go, and it looks a lot better. The music has now stopped outside, so that does mean that I can venture out into the heat. Honestly, it is like 26 outside today. It's so hot. So I'm going to venture out there and I will show you the garden. So this is my garden. As always, there's washing out, so you know, it's a nice sunny day. I'm getting everything dry, but this is how it is looking. I have switched up the cushions that I used from B&Q and just popped on the cushions that I had from my old house. So like these like grey striped ones, and then these ones you might remember from my last video I got from HomeSense. Like I just really loved them, and as much as I loved the orange, I was like I can't not have these, and the orange just clashed. So I put them on, and then I was like, oh, I've got those ones from the old house, so I put them there for now, but I might mix them up and add like a bit of a brighter colour. I did really love the orange, but I couldn't sacrifice my beautiful blue seat cushions. But yeah, how amazing does it look out here? Like, I am just so happy with how this has all come together. It looks beautiful and true to fashion. A plane's now going to go over. Honestly, I tell you guys, every time I come outside when I'm filming, a plane goes over. But anyway, we're just going to ignore it because it's like a rumble in the distance. But these bits of furniture, they were part of a collaboration with B&Q over on Instagram, but not on here, so I'll just be transparent with you guys. Like, they were gifted, and you know, I'm really grateful for that, because I feel like this space was made for it. Like, it wasn't like, I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted to create a coffee area, and then I wanted to create a dining space. But when my stepdad and I were like measuring this out, I was like just winging it. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be fine, just kind of like put it coming out this far, kind of make it go across that far, and it literally worked out so well. Like, you know, in hindsight probably should have measured it all, but yeah, doesn't it look brilliant? Like, it's just such a great
addition to the space, and we have been out here so much, like not in this heat, but just in the evenings once the sun starts going down. We've been sitting out here, like Olivia was out here playing on her iPad the other evening while I was cooking dinner, and Freya's like splashing around, like you can see she's got her paddling pools out and stuff. And yeah, just such a wonderful addition. I have also built in or dug out a border because my hydrangeas, they were starting to look a little bit sad. So I thought, oh, do you know what, they really need to get in the ground. So at the weekend I dug this all out with some help from my stepdad, and yeah, it's kind of going across there. So I've got 4 Annabelle hydrangeas, and these are quite established ones. I've had them for a couple of years, so in theory this year they should grow up to being about sort of pretty high, and then it's kind of now just adding to the border. So I did pick up these from B&Q when I went there the other day. I don't know what they're called, I don't even want to try, but that's what they're called. I just really love the like purple flowers. Like I think I've bought these before and loved them, so I was like, do you know what, they're gonna be perfect. And they also grow to be what does it say, 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters, so they're going to be huge. But I've got 3 of those, and I'm kind of questioning if I need to get a 4th down here just to fill in that gap. And then I'm going to add probably like some hostas or maybe some ferns or something like that, and some lavenders and bits and bobs. But it's looking so pretty, such a nice little addition, and it will like really mask this kind of extra bit of trellis. Then over here I've planted my rose bush. I believe this one is my Olivia rose bush, I think it's called. It's looking a bit sad though, isn't it? It just needs a bit of water. But yeah, I've planted the Olivia rose bush here, which has the most gorgeous pink flowers on it. And then earlier this week, Freya and I went to B&M and we bought this bird feeder because we have so many birds in the garden, like you can hear them. Now the plane's gone, you can hear them. And I just really want to encourage the birds to come to the garden. So we picked up the bird feeder. I'm not sure if this is the right spot for it because so far I don't think any birds have actually come to eat any of it. But I'll keep you updated on that one. However, maybe they have, because there's like some bits have fallen into that bit. But yeah, it'll be cute, right? Like I just like the idea of like little birds coming in, and eventually I'd like to get like a bird box or something, because my mum had some blue tits nest in her bird box last year and it was just the cutest thing. So watch this space, but I've popped that there for now. Then I've also dug a circle around the bottom of this tree because I just think it looks a lot nicer than just having grass all around it. But this is actually like a pear tree, which is really cute. It started like all the leaves have come out now and it's just looking adorable. And then over here, you would have seen this already. This is going to be like Freya's garden. I'm going to gravel all of this bit so she can just do whatever she wants to do. But we're essentially making it's going to have a vegetable patch and a flower patch. Now, on Monday, again, when it was Mummy and Freya Day, we came out here and we filled this up with some compost, and then she had some wildflower seeds and we have planted those or sown them, and we're now just waiting for them to like grow. I have ordered another one of those. It has actually arrived. It's here. I need to build that and then pop that one next to it. And that's going to be our vegetable patch, which is really, really exciting. And she's looking forward to she wants strawberries, carrots and cucumber, because that's all she likes, is what she told me. So yeah, that'll be really cute when that's done. And then my stepdad noticed, we had some leftover decking. And so my stepdad built a planter to go behind the furniture. He's going to add some trim down the side here, but that's going to be really nice as well, just to add a bit of greenery on there without adding too many pots and bits and bobs like that. But one of my jobs for tomorrow, because I'm waiting for a piece to arrive for it, is I want to make a makeshift water feature. And I have this really genius idea where, I saw it on Amazon. It's like a water fountain, but it's a, what do you call, a solar panelled one. So I have an idea. I've bought everything I need for it, and I just need to put that all together. And I'm going to pop it probably over there in that corner. And I just think that will look so cute. And then, yeah, Everything else is kind of as it is. The washing's out, and then I've added some paving slabs down here because I'm trying to wash Phoebe's feet before she comes in, like I was saying to you earlier. I've got a new hose because our hose just keeps breaking constantly, like it keeps squirting water everywhere. So I've got a new one that I can attach to the wall. I picked that up from B&Q as well. And hopefully I can try and get that attached to the wall at some point. I might just ask my stepdad to come and do that after the disaster that's just happened today. But yeah, you can kind of get the gist of like where we're going with it. Obviously, you know, as I'm reminded by you guys all the time, is that I have only lived here for 6 weeks. So to have a garden that looks like this already after 6 weeks is pretty good going. And for the time being, like, my garden budget is now spent. So this is it for now, probably until next year. And I'm just excited to kind of see how it wears and then see what ideas I come up with over the next year. But right now, I love it. It's just gorgeous, and I can't wait to get some shade up because it's just so hot out here. But yeah.
Morning, welcome back for another day. I have just got home from a really lovely morning with my mum. We went out, did a couple of things, and it was just really, really nice to spend some time with her. It doesn't happen very often that it's just me and her, and yeah, we thought we'd seize the opportunity and went out and did a couple of little things together, which was really nice. She's painting her living room, and we had to go get a pink paint and we were going to go to Neptune in Holt to get it, but luckily we called beforehand because they didn't actually have it in stock. So we ended up going to B&Q and getting a colour match and then going for some breakfast. It was really lovely. I dropped Freya off at school this morning, so I'm now not going to see the girls until Sunday. Freya has really been out of sorts this week with like her sister being away. It's been really, really sad actually to kind of see her struggle without her. And this morning she just really didn't want to go to school at all. Like she was really upset about it, or like nursery. So I just did it in her own time. We were a little bit late, but I think sometimes you just need a moment to kind of like check in and work out kind of like what is wrong with her. Is it that she's just feeling sad or out of sync, or is something happening at school? So we had a little check-in and she was fine, which is really important. And then she noticed that I'd like packed up their bag to go to their dad's, and she was like, am I going round daddy's after school? I was like, yeah you are, darling. She's like, no, I don't want to go around daddy's. I was like, I know. I don't want you to go around daddy's either. I don't say that. I go, oh, but you'll have such a lovely time at daddy's. Like, it's going to be really fun. Daddy's going to do lots of fun with stuff with you. And she's like, I don't want to go. I'm like, okay, but we have to go see daddy. It's a really hard conversation to have with a 4-year-old. Like, really, really hard, because deep down I'm like, well, I don't want you to go around daddy's either. Like, I want you to stay with me. Like, I'm her mummy. I want to be with her all the time. But yeah, I convinced her it was a good idea and that she'll have a nice time. And she, in the end, went off very happy. And she knows she's only got 2 sleeps until she sees me. So yeah, she'll have a very lovely time. It's very difficult, this co-parenting stuff, because you just kind of want to be like, yeah, it's fine, just stay with me. Like, just stay with me. But she needs to go and spend time with her daddy and build those relationships with him. So and it's just nice for daddy as well, isn't it? It's nice for daddy to get his time with her. And I know that when she's there, she's really happy. So I have to kind of like ignore the feelings that I feel about it and just reinforce it and give it positive kind of like feelings for her, so that she knows that she's going to have a nice time. Anyway, the sun is back out and it is shining, and we have got a little job today. I want to build my water feature in the garden. And it's a solar panels water feature, because I picked up this solar panel off, not solar panel, it's a solar fountain pump from Amazon. And I think it was about £10. And basically, like, I'm going to create the feature, and then you just put water in, and then the sun makes this work and creates like a little water feature, which I thought would be really, really fun. So I'm excited to get started on that. I don't feel like it's going to take me very long, and I know I say this all the time, but I don't think it's going to take me very long at all. So that means I will then have time to do my bit of art, or at least start it, my little craft for the weekend, which I'm really excited to do. You might be able to see the things behind me actually. So there's the canvas for that.
And then just to give you a very quick rundown, I've got these little letters that I'm basically going to like stick onto the canvas. Like I know what I want it to say, so I need to like work out the logistics for all of it. Last night, once Freya was in bed, I had a part 2 go at putting up this other piece of wall art that I epically failed at doing yesterday. They are now level, and they are both in the right position. They don't look level there, do they? But I swear they are level. I've even put the balance on it or whatever, the spirit level, and they are level. However, now I've put them up, and I know so many of you are going to be really mad at me about this and be like, oh, it's nice to have things and, you know, take it slow. But I'll be honest with you guys, I hate them. I hate them. Like, I love them. Like, I love the frames and I love kind of like the positioning and the size. But I know some people will understand and can relate. I am just picking up old house vibes. And I did love my old house, but I just don't love them on the walls. And I'm sorry if this offends anyone and you think it's wasteful, but I am just not. I am not here for it. I also just don't think they go with kind of like the new house and like the style that I'm trying to create. And that is also true to be said for the sofa. So all kind of like interlinks with each other. But like this section right here is giving me old house, old Jess, dull, grey, boring, and I don't want it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm really sorry. I know in the last video, like in the comments, so many of you were like, Jess, you have to keep some things from your old house and you have to take it slow. I agree with you. And so I've put them up and I'm going to leave it for a bit and see if they grow on me. But currently I'm struggling with it, okay? And I think that's all right and okay for me to admit. But it gets them off the floor, it gets them on the walls, and over time, I'm going to look at changing them. But yeah, for me right now, even looking at them, I'm just like, it's just screaming old house and it's screaming like past life, which sounds crazy when I say it out loud, but it is what it is, right? Anyway, we're going to go build a water feature. So let's just change the subject and go and do that. Okay. So for this little project, I have got this very large outdoor pot. It's like a terracotta one from B&Q. Then, if I come over here, I have got a slightly smaller one. I don't know if the camera's going to do this properly. Right, I've got a slightly smaller one. And then I've got some bricks and some flowers. And then obviously my solar pump sprinkler thing. And I've also got some stones, and I'm going to create the water feature using just these things alone. I absolutely love these little flowers. They're so pretty. But yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to just set you guys up and I'll kind of try and talk you through it as I go. Okay, I've done it. I think it looks really pretty. The only thing is that doesn't necessarily stay on unless it's like super sunny, which, you know, at the end of the day, it is powered by the sun. But doesn't it look so nice? Such a pretty little like addition to there. I love it. Right, that's one job done. On to the next one. Oh, here we go. It's working now. You can see. Listen to it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I've had a little outfit change and I'm now going to start my artwork. I am so happy though with how that little water feature turned out. Don't get me wrong, there was a little bit in the middle where I got a bit stuck because there was a hole in the bottom of the pot. So I got some like mastic, is it like the stuff you use in showers? And I found some in the shed and I was like pumping it in to kind of like make it so it was watertight. And that worked. And I'm just like, yeah, really happy with how that turned out. So yeah, the next job now, and something that's kind of like a weekend project for me, is going to be doing my little bit of artwork. I'm really excited. I'm hoping, praying in fact, that it turns out well, because I'm just kind of finding at the moment that little things are
not working, and I'm just like, please let this one work. Like, I feel like I was on a good run, and then like with the photo and then kind of the little mini palaver with the water feature, I'm like, oh, is it going to be number 3 that's going to be like a no? Anyway, I'm going to take my time with it. The first job is just kind of like clear the table, and then I have a cover that I'm going to pop over the top. And first step is to like map out where all the letters are going to go, and I need to tell you guys what it's going to have on it. So I found a quote. Can you hear that fly? Fly season is here, and isn't it not the most annoying thing in the world? Oh, flies annoy me so much. Anyway, I'm gonna set it all up, and I'm gonna put the quote on it, and then I will talk to you guys about why I like this quote so much, and then we can kind of start the process. Exciting. Okay, so the quote is, always live your brightest life. Now, I just think that is such a lovely saying. And obviously in this house, it's kind of like I'm trying to add color and like all these things. So I just felt it was really, really appropriate. And I love it. And I just can't wait for this to be done. I think it's going to look amazing when it's done. So my next step, now that I've like laid everything out and got all my letters on the board, is just kind of trying to work out placement. So obviously brightest is my biggest word. And basically once I've worked out the logistics of that, I can then kind of make all of the other bits align. So it will sort of be working out like how far in each side to kind of make sure brightest is like central, if that makes sense. And then here will be a point where I can then put some masking tape and line up all the other letters. And then I'm going to kind of create the sections to make sure that there's enough space between each one so that it's all in line, because I don't actually want loads of space at the bottom either. I do want it to kind of be spread out, I think. Maybe not have all way so high and just kind of bring everything down a little bit. And I think it'll just look really, really cute. Then kind of there's loads of steps to this, but I'm going to do this step next. And then kind of the idea is that you then have to like stick the letters down, paint the letters, and then to add like a little bit of texture, we're going to mix some paint with some bicarbonate of soda, and that'll create a texture. It's essentially, what people are calling it is a Molly May dupe version, because Molly May created a piece of art, which I'll try and, or she didn't, she bought a piece of art, I'll pop it on the screen. And then people have been like doing their own interpretations of it, and this is mine. So yeah, I'm going to give it a try. I'll take you guys along with me over the next kind of like couple of hours / days, and hopefully I'll get it finished. But if not, I'll show you it in the next vlog. But yeah, let's just have a little play around and do some crafting. Okay, a little update of where we're at. I have taped as much as I can. I really wanted to use masking tape, but then forgot I used all my masking tape yesterday, didn't I? So I've used some different tape, but it's just not sticking very well. However, I think I've kind of got placement for everything correct. I just kind of want to pull a chair out and just stand above it, because I think that will give us a better idea of how it's gonna look. Looks good, doesn't it? There's a little bit of jiffling to do maybe here and a little bit of spacing up there, but I think it's looking pretty good. I just want to make sure that it's exactly right before I start sticking things down. I'm going to be using some Gorilla Glue. I think I've got some like all functioning Gorilla Glue. Hello from up in the heavens. Yeah, I think I have some like all functioning Gorilla Glue. Where is it? Contact adhesive. It says it bonds metal, glass, fabric, wood, ceramic, leather, paper, rubber, plastic, and more. And it holds in seconds, and it's repositionable. So I think I'm going to give that a go. It's quite thick stuff, but it should be okay. Yeah. I'm enjoying this so far. It's really nice. Like you can just like hear the birds, and it's just really lovely. Like I miss the girls terribly, like I really do. I've just messaged Olivia because obviously I haven't seen her since Wednesday. She's not replied to me, obviously, but she clearly didn't miss me that much, or she's busy. But yeah, I've missed her terribly, and I've just messaged her because I wanted to find out if she got the top bunk or not, and hear a little bit about like what she got up to. But I'm sure I will. But this is a nice distraction. It's a healthy distraction. You know, what a way to spend your bank holiday weekend. I keep thinking to myself, like, I really should have made plans, like better plans. Like, I'm out with my sister tomorrow. Like, we are going for a bike ride. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really into like drinking that much. Like, I used to love going out like in my 20s, but now I'm just so much more of a homebody. And yeah, I'm just not really in on like the whole drinking thing. Like, I might go buy myself like a mini bottle of like wine and have a glass of wine tonight, like while I'm doing this and painting it. But yeah, just not into like going out partying at all. It's just not my vibe. But yeah, part of me thinks I'm going to make myself some dinner in a minute, and then I'm going to sit outside, have my dinner, maybe get myself that bottle of wine, sit out there, and just soak up the last of the evening sun before like gluing all of these down. Or I might glue them down first and do it that way. I don't know yet. But yeah, I think I actually might leave you guys here. I know, sorry, bit of a cliffhanger with the artwork, but I feel like this vlog has probably gone on forever anyway. So I will leave you guys here, and I will film little snippets, and I probably will put all of this together in a reel. So if you want to go and check that out, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok as well. And I do also share all my reels and things like that to shorts as well here on YouTube if you want to go and look at those as well. So you will see it being made in a shorter video. And then, yeah, I can then be free as a bird to do all the other bits that I want to do this weekend, like edit this for you guys for Sunday and finish my art and just chillax. Is that even a word anymore? Chillax, relax, and do some self-care and just have a nice kind of me weekend. It'll be really lovely. So with that, I will say goodbye. And I hope you guys all have a very, very lovely and very sunny, fingers crossed, bank holiday weekend. And I will see you all next week. So until then, take care. Bye bye.